Hello, thank you so much for clicking this video today. I really appreciate it. We've got a lot of great content to cover in this video. I'm really excited for this one. The first thing we're going to talk about is Charles Hoskinson on Joe Rogan. This is the closest I think that we have ever been to Charles going on Rogan. And you know, we are after Gogan, so it is that time. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is Kraken. You can no longer stake ADA on Kraken. The SEC went after them. What does this mean for Cardano? Is the SEC favoring Cardano with this? Also, we're going to be talking about the upcoming hard fork to Cardano. More features are being added to Cardano. You know, IOG's really built up a lot of momentum, so let's see what features they're going to offer. Today is also my birthday. I turned 23 today, so if you guys want to support me, you know, give me a little happy birthday in the comment section down below. Like the video, click the subscribe button, notification bell all. That's all I really ask for on my birthday. We're also going to be giving away $50 in JED at the end of this video, so make sure you stay till the end. So I'm giving you guys $50 on my birthday. So thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate it. And let's jump right into the video. So on Charles's AMAs for a long time, everyone would always ask, Charles, when are you going to go on Joe Rogan? When is it going to happen? You know, we want that pump. We want that ADA pump. We want more people to know about Cardano. I think the time may finally be here, because we actually had Lex Fridman on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he mentioned Cardano because Charles actually had someone on that gave, you know, cryptocurrency a really bad rep, and Lex is there standing for us. You know, Lex has already interviewed Charles in the past, so he has a contact with Charles. Lex knows Charles, and Lex is obviously a great friend of Joe Rogan. So Joe Rogan getting a direct recommendation from Lex Fridman for Charles to be on is very valuable. Let's go watch this short 14-second clip on the Joe Rogan podcast to see what Lex has to say about Cardano.
There's a lot of cryptocurrency projects, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. There's a bunch of them. You should talk to some of them.
Oh, no, listen, I'm not saying that crypto's bullshit. I'm saying a lot of people already had this idea that crypto is bullshit.
After watching that clip here, you can see Rick, he says, I think IOHK Charles would be a good guy to talk to Joe Rogan about Cardano. Good idea, Lex Fridman. I agree, it's a great idea. And as you guys know, Charles is definitely down for this podcast. I think he's really been waiting for it. He's really excited for it. It might be one of those bucket list items for him. Yeah, I mean, look at this response. You got this, you know, it's one of those. So I think there's a high chance that Charles could be on the Joe Rogan podcast. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. So we have another hard fork coming to Cardano, and it feels shortly after the Vassal hard fork. Each hard fork adds more utility to Cardano. You know, we've gotten smart contracts, we've gotten staking, we've got the Vassal hard fork, which actually increases the throughput of Cardano. So what are we getting today? Well, let's read directly from IOG. In collaboration with the Cardano Foundation, an update proposal was submitted yesterday to upgrade the Cardano pre-production environment to Protocol V8. This will take effect on Saturday, February 11th of 2023. And don't worry, you know, our Stakepool Bloom, we minted the 8th block on Cardano. We're already upgraded. We're ready to go for the hard fork, so rest assured if you're a Bloom delegate. This upgrade will bring new cryptographic primitives to Cardano, encouraging greater interoperability and secure cross-chain dApp development with Plutus. This environment will allow the community to continue final stage integration and upgrade testing before the countdown to the S.E.C upgrade on mainnet February 14th. Thank you to all of the Cardano community for the continued support. We'll continue to update our community channels as things progress. That tweet from IOG really didn't give us a good explanation on what is happening to Cardano. What is this hard fork bringing? So I got some details from the inside, and this is exactly what it does. It adds support for the S.E.C 25K1 elliptical curve, which is required to validate messages signed by keys used in a few other blockchains. So this is really an interoperability update to bring more blockchains and more interoperability to Cardano, and it also addressed some bugs that Cardano had. So I hope that helps. I hope that's the information that you needed, and I'm definitely excited for more upgrades to come to Cardano. The S.E.C made a decision to charge the cryptocurrency exchange Kraken with securities violation over a popular way for the industry to make money, and it sent chills down a lot of spines of executives across the sector. At 7:40 a.m. Eastern, the price of Bitcoin traded at 21,000, and it's down 4% since this news. So Kraken, the cryptocurrency exchange, they offered staking. They offered staking of ADA and many other assets on the exchange, and the S.E.C came after them for that. And the reason they stated is because they're offering security services. what it actually looks like from the user perspective is you get on there, you have your ADA on an exchange and you stake it on there. The issue with that is you're giving up control of your funds to earn a profit, and they're promising you that profit. This seems actually kind of reasonable. If you watch Gary Gensler's video on it, it actually is surprisingly reasonable. I'll link his video down below. And he was essentially stating that, when you give your assets to another company, you're adopting all of this risk, but they don't really have to be promising you the right returns. If you look at Celsius, for example, Celsius went down. They lost a lot of money. And even though a lot of these assets that they were offering had underlying staking on the blockchain that you could earn revenue from, they were offering more revenue than they could actually get from the underlying blockchain, which makes it a bit Ponzi-like, right? And, if you watch this video from Gary Gensler, he doesn't mention staking on the protocol. He doesn't mention, users like you staking to Bloom Pool or any of the other great pools in this ecosystem. He mentions specifically people giving their money to exchanges and exchanges offering rewards on the money held in those exchanges, and stating that that is a securities offering and that is wrong. And with this, I'm not a big, fan of government regulation. I'm sure many of the people watching this aren't either, but this decision doesn't seem that harsh, bad, or negative. It actually is surprisingly reasonable. And if you watch his video on it, it seems surprisingly well informed. Because when you stake to Bloom or any other pool, you're adopting no risk. All of your ADA stays exactly where it is in your wallet. You're delegating that ADA to a stake pool that doesn't have control over it, and you're being paid, 3.6, 3.7% a year, for choosing who processes your transactions. Whereas if you give it to Kraken and Kraken goes down, you lose your money. If you give it to Celsius and Celsius goes down, you lose your money. And oftentimes these exchanges are promising way more rewards than they can actually give you for making a profit. And what they're hoping is that you're giving them all of this money and that they can make more money off of it, without giving you that return. And I also want to state, I'm not saying that about Kraken. I've had good experiences with Kraken, and that's probably not what they were doing. However, if you look at Celsius and FTX, oftentimes they're giving you these large incentives. I know Binance US or the regular Binance does this. They're giving you these large incentives to get as much money as they can in there as possible, hoping that the cards all don't fall down. Whereas if you are actually staking on Cardano natively, you're adopting no risk and you're earning those rewards. Now, how does this really, affect Cardano versus Ethereum? How did the SEC, with this ruling, essentially choose Cardano? Well, that's because on Ethereum, it's very hard to stake. Most times on Ethereum, you have to use an intermediary to stake your Ethereum. If you want to stake your Ethereum, you need 32 ETH to do so, and you also need to have the technical expertise to set up a node. Now, let's say you don't. 32 Ethereum, even right now, is a lot of money. The technical expertise you need to run a node is kind of complicated. So how do you do it? Well, you use a third party. You give your money, your Ethereum, to a staking service provider like Coinbase, like Kraken, to start earning some of that money because they do all of the hard work for you. On Ethereum, there's also the ability to put it into a smart contract that does it as well. You lock up some of your Ethereum in a contract, then you'll start earning those staking rewards because someone else is handling the node provider. But billions of dollars have been lost from that. I've seen 100 million here, 100 million here, 200 million here hacked from Ethereum. So the reason that I think that this actually favors Cardano, this SEC ruling, is because on Cardano, users are not required to give up their funds to someone else to earn staking rewards. They can simply do it from their own wallet. So is this ruling good for Cardano? Maybe a little bit. Is it good for our industry? Not really. Is it the worst thing for our industry? No, I don't think so. I actually think that this was a bit reasonable, and oftentimes staking services provided, from these exchanges are a way to bring in more money and bring in more value to the exchange, and they're often offering higher rewards than is even possible. I've seen Binance offer 6%, 8% ADA staking rewards when that is impossible to do it at the protocol level. And what that is introducing is risk to the user and risk to the exchange. And in my opinion, a couple extra % on your ADA is not worth the risk of you losing 100% of your ADA. So that's the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope there was some knowledge in there. If you guys enjoyed it and you made it till the end, if you want that DJED, let's just comment DJED down below, and that'll enter you into the $50 DJED giveaway. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be making some more videos. I want to do another podcast soon with Dan and Cardano with Paul. I really did enjoy that one. And thank you guys as always. Love you guys. Be safe out there. Goodbye.